Tonight is December 22nd, and this is session 3 of the second adventure of our D&D campaign, Dungeons and Drogans. During our last session, after the Drogans valiantly saved the halfling from his hobgoblin captives, they learned he was Rendell Halfmoon, son of the owner of the Half Moon Inn at the Seven-Pillared Hall. They interrogated the hobgoblin that had surrendered, then, as Dave so lovingly put it, tortured and killed him in front of Rendell. The hobgoblin's last words were, "You'll live to regret this." However, as Rendell was about to take them to the Seven-Pillared Hall, the Drogans realized the hobgoblin was not dead, simply grievously wounded, so they begrudgingly dragged him to the hall and dropped him off at a local temple. The Drogans found the Seven-Pillared Hall to be an underground town occupied by all manner of humanoid races. A brawl between gnolls and orcs was broken up when a man in a black robe, an ogre in a uniform, and a 10-foot bronze statue of a minotaur arrived on the scene. The minotaur single-handedly subdued the brawlers. The man in the black robe, a mage of Sarun known as Orentor, brought the Drogans to the custom house to question their motives for coming to the hall. After raising Orentor's suspicions, the Drogans were split up to be interrogated separately. Coltane came across as bumbling but good-hearted, Sorrow as a sociopathic arsonist, Wrecked as a crazed vigilante who doesn't consider murder against the law, and Orentor was far too discouraged to even bother questioning Winter. However, Orentor did recognize the group as the Order of the Drogans, and requested their aid in locating a rogue mage of Sarun known as Paldemar. The Drogans also learned of a hideous, disfigured humanoid monster with a hulking stature and an insatiable appetite that ran through the hall, took a bite out of a man's arm, then ran off into the labyrinth, mumbling something unintelligible. Visiting the Half Moon Inn, the Drogans saw the ogre, named Brug, collecting protection money. They stayed the night, and in the morning set off to find the Bloodreaver lair in the Chamber of Oise. Through an act of win competence, a process whereby ineptitude results in a favorable outcome, the Drogans managed to get Rendell to lead them to the chamber.
And now we're gonna get him killed.
Wait, did you say turn right and then turn right again? Or is that turn right and then turn left and right? Or, I don't get it.
Right.
So right and then right. Alright.
Alright, we got a full house tonight. Nick is back from his trip. And Coltane isn't dead, so I'm sure he's happy about that.
Yep.
I'm sure that was probably a big concern.
Bumbling idiot is a pretty good outcome, actually. I'm glad that's
just bumbling.
Alright. Bumbling nice guy. That's even better.
Alright, so Rendell leads you guys through the dragon door, down winding passages, until you eventually climb a short flight of steps, and arrive into a chamber whose ceiling is 25 feet high, with further details forthcoming. So Rendell leads you into a large antechamber. Two fearsome-looking statues of winged demons squat on either side of a stairway leading up to double doors. Inscribed upon the doors is an image of a great eye with multiple eye stalks, as well as a symbol of a circle with a crossbar rising out of it. Heaps of rubble are scattered across the room, and to the north, a balcony overlooks the area. Doors are there, balconies there, rubble, questionable rubble.
Why is Winter and me in the front?
Arrange yourselves however you'd like to be arranged. Rendell speaks up. Well, tots as far as I go. Best of luck to you.
Did we, remember how we got there?
It's pretty straightforward. You just gotta basically
Okay.
follow the symbols. The miners.
Okay, wait, follow the... I'm gonna write this down.
We follow the symbols.
You sure you don't want to come with us, Rendell? You look like a potential adventurer in the making.
Rendell shakes his head. I'm afraid I've come as close to slavers as I want to.
Alright then. Take care, and thanks for all your help.
Come on by the Half Moon when you're done. And with that, Rendell heads off.
Winter tries to shoot him.
You hear high, rasping voices, and the footsteps of several creatures beyond the double doors.
Does it sound like they're going towards the doors, or is it just moving around behind the doors?
It just seems to be idle chatter and idle milling about.
Okay, Winter's gonna sneak on up. Make a stealth check and get a 17.
Wintier stealthily approaches the double doors.
Is there like a keyhole or something I can peek through?
There is.
Winter peeks through the keyhole. Stealthily.
Roll a perception check.
I get a perception check of 22.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping he'd like bang his head against the door or something.
So you have a very narrow field of vision, but it looks like beyond this door is a corridor, and you spot one goblin passing through your field of vision.
Hey guys, there's only one goblin on the other side of these doors. I think we can take him.
He's just talking to himself.
Okay. Winter heads back and tells the group that he saw a corridor, heard some voices, saw one goblin.
A goblin. Goblins, probably, judging by the sound. They're probably hostile to us, so perhaps this time we should kick down the door or open it without advertising our presence first.
I like this plan.
Or we could pretend to want to buy slaves.
No, let's kill everyone.
Well, I agree it's worth finding out if they're not hostile, but if we just walk in there, they may well attack us, and then we'll feel stupid. What do we know about this place again?
It's full of slavers.
Alright, so we're pretty sure that these are all slavers, right?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, maybe
Based
we don't
on?
have to. That's what we were told.
Who told you?
I don't know, that short guy.
The halfling?
Yeah.
Right. So, assuming they're all slavers, then the best solution is to kill or capture as many as we can reasonably. And,
You think capturing is a good idea?
alright, just a minute. Did you say that at some point recently we captured a hobgoblin and put him into service for a temple?
Yeah, but that was one hobgoblin on our way to a town. It was feasible to not kill him, and I tried to kill him anyway. In this case, we're just going to be going forwards towards more killing. Capturing isn't really a safe option, I think.
It's not our forte.
So, considering the facts that they are most likely slavers, it's alright to kill them, because slavery is abominable.
But we have to be
Much
careful
more abominable
because
than killing.
we don't want them just killing our townsfolk. So maybe if there's a way we can guarantee the safety of the townsfolk before we kill them all, that approach should be taken.
Alright, so did he just say we should avoid killing them?
Right, so I'm not one for diplomacy, but we need to keep the villagers alive, and in order to do that, we might have to diplomatize.
So we could go in there and tell them that we're in the market for some slaves. And if they decide to attack us because we look like easy slave prey, well, that'll be the end of them, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's the idea.
but now we need a good reason to be buying slaves of the type. Like, what do we know about who's there? We got Lord Patrick and the blacksmith, and who else?
My cousin.
The blacksmith.
Yes.
But we need more than just two people, right?
Oh, we tell them that we are envoys from a lord seeking to build a castle, and he's not too picky about where the labor comes from.
So we want someone with castle experience, such as Lord Patrick, and a smith.
And a bunch of people.
That's a good idea, but let's first think about how much it's gonna cost us.
How
Even
about,
if it comes to that.
I thought we established that each slave was 10 gold.
yeah, we give them the money, then we kill them, and take the money back.
Well, no, what would be best is if we could find the slaves and fight our way out, knowing that the slaves are safe behind us. So if we can get them to take us to the slaves so we can inspect what we might be buying, then we can turn around and start killing.
That's also a good plan.
With no possibility of escape. I like it.
Well, while we're entering to see the prisoners, we'll have an estimate of what kind of like enemy force we're going to be dealing with, right? So if we realize that it's something that we can't deal with, then we just say, okay, thank you for showing us your slaves. We'll think about what kind of price range that we'll work with, and then we'll see.
Yes, they will be back with a lot of money that we don't have on us right now.
Let's do it. Who has the highest bluff check?
I'm a diplomat, not so much of a liar, although I can do it all right. Job of it, I suppose.
Well, then if we just only be honest and not tell them that we plan on killing them afterwards, then we're being honest, right? And it would be diplomacy rolls instead of bluff rolls.
Besides, if it's only like 20 slaves, we could actually pay for it.
Alright, sounds like a plan to me. You do the talking, glorious leader.
So do I knock or just try opening the door?
I think you could just open it.
Yeah, this time let's just try to open it and we'll see what happens.
Alright, so everyone's in agreement with the plan.
So you're just gonna walk up and try to open the doors?
You make it sound like a bad idea when you say it like that.
Yep. I think that was the plan, so if it turns out to be really stupid, we all agreed on it. Unless anyone wants to think over this a bit more.
KISS, dude.
Excuse me?
Keep it simple, stupid, is what Dave
Oh,
said.
okay. I was
Let's not
about
try
to
to
say like
overthink
ASSLICK. Alright. Coltane attempts to open the doors.
Coltane finds the door to be locked. Then you can hear voices inside saying, "Someone's trying to break in."
Quick,
How
just
would you
knock on
react if someone just tried to open your front door without knocking first?
it. If it's
Colt-
a place of business.
Yeah, it's not like there was a sign.
Why would they be advertising? Slaves here, get one, get the second one for free.
Just knock real quick before they think it's there.
Coltane knocks and calls out, "Is anyone in there?"
Yeah, who are you? We weren't expecting anyone.
We're in the market for some labor. We were told this might be the right place to go.
Servants. Servants.
Roll a bluff check.
But it's not a lie.
Alright, well, that's a 1. So, total of 7.
No, that sounds fishy. What do you bring to the Bloodreavers?
Tell him money.
We have gold, or are you interested in something else?
Roll a diplomacy check.
Alright, that's a total of 19.
We like gold. How many of you are there?
There are 4 of us. We are envoys from our lord.
Roll a bluff
Oh,
check.
more like 3.5.
God damn it. I rolled a 3 for a total of 9.
Now I know why we always kick down the door.
Seriously.
Do you know Crand?
Was that the hobgoblin?
Okay, do I recognize this name?
I don't know, do you?
Wisdom check. Wisdom check.
Alright. Alright,
Just
quick,
that you
famous
don't.
Coltane wisdom check. Does he recognize the name Crand? This is where I'll get the 20. And Caesar's gonna say nope. Alright, I rolled a 20. That's a 21 on my wisdom check.
Nice. So the rest of you guys want to answer that for Nick?
I'll roll a wisdom check.
Wait, are you serious?
Cran's the hobgoblin we put in the... isn't he?
I thought Cran was the leader.
Yes, Crand is
Was
the
the
leader.
leader of the Bloodreavers.
The hobgoblin
say
kept
no.
saying how Cran's gonna kill you, and when Cran finds out what you did, he's gonna make you pay, and...
Just tell him that we asked around, and we were not necessarily recommended, but we gathered that this was the place to go to.
believe that Crand is the name of your leader, is he not? We have heard rumors of your activities. And that's why we're here.
You hear the goblin call back, "Go warn the others, we've got intruders. There's 4 of them." Roll initiative.
Well, that was fun.
Told you to say we didn't know.
Wait.
It was
Instead of like
the
doing this,
bluff checks that did you in.
I got a
Yeah,
better
I'm
idea.
pretty
I got a
sure
better.
that
Let's
was
all
like
run
a 2
away. Let's
failed.
all run away, and then like run back, and then we make someone else do all the talking.
Wow, twice in one day. We must be popular.
I got a total of 26.
Coltane has a total of
Alright.
11.
My total's 9.
My total is 4, but I think it has a +2 from Coltane, so it's a 6.
Oh yeah. So I'm at 11 then.
What does Sorrow do? Round 1, Sorrow's up first.
In true wizard fashion, I kick down the door
Roll a strength check.
and I get a natural 20.
Sweet mother of mercy.
2 in a row. You know what this means, guys? This means we're dying by the end of this round.
Get him out while you can, boys.
You know, maybe Dave's suggestion wasn't a bad one.
Sorrow kicks
Aw,
the
man.
doors open, one of them flies straight off its hinges. Revealed is a corridor 10 feet wide, roughly 45 feet long, and you can see 2 hobgoblins and about 4 passageways branching off.
I told you we wanted slaves!
I'm gonna move in, and I'll be the end of my turn.
Sorrow stands upon the door she knocked down. One of the hobgoblin warriors, there are 2 of them that you can see. They wield battle axes. And what kind of armor do they have?
No armor.
Chainmail. They got chainmail armor, a battle axe, and a hand crossbow hanging from their belt. So this one here opens a door and exits the corridor. Coltane.
Can't stop that one.
Alright, is the door in front of me, like, knocked to the side? Can I pass through it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was just checking. So I didn't know if she... Anyway.
Yeah, that one's swung open, and the lower one, the southernmost door, is off its hinges.
So Coltane charges the goblin warrior, and as he does so, he yells out, "We could have done this peacefully!" And that will actually be a regular attack using charge. So that's a total of 20 for 17 damage. Wow. I love that
Nice.
horned helm.
Was that that's probably rolled a 6 on that extra d6, right?
I sure did.
Coltane charges forward with Calarel's horned helm and plows into the goblin warrior, drawing first blood. Wintier.
Twin strike. Quarry mark first. First roll is a 28. Hits for 4 damage. Second is a 21. Hit for 3 damage. Plus 5 Hunter's Quarry damage.
So Wintier pegs the goblin with 2 arrows, and he's already bloodied. From a northern passage, you hear a husky voice growl, "Out of my way!" The wounded goblin warrior before Coltane enters some kind of blood rage as he starts foaming at the mouth and ululating, "Bra bra 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 bra," and takes a swing at Coltane with his battle axe.
Skill check insanity.
But Coltane blocks it with his small shield. It leaves a significant dent in the shield, though. Wrecked.
Rek casts his astral seal on the wounded goblin, and he rolls a 23 versus reflex.
Wrecked outlines the goblin with a silver glow.
Muhahahaha.
Round 2, Sorrow.
I am going to burn said goblin. I'm gonna center my burst on the square bar right behind the goblin. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, doesn't that mean it'll have, like, cover? Well, your attack will have cover? Does that not work? It doesn't work, does it? Never mind. Never mind.
So 19 versus reflex, 10 fire damage.
Sorrow's magic burns the goblin. A goblin wielding his crossbow rushes out of the northern corridor and takes a shot at Coltane. Coltane dodges the bolt. A goblin steps out of the southern corridor with his crossbow and takes a shot at Sorrow, but Sorrow ducks. Coltane.
Coltane only grunts as he takes a swing at the goblin warrior. And that's 29 for 6 damage. Yeah, I rolled a 1 that time on the damage.
Steel rings tumble to the ground as Coltane chops into the chainmail, further wounding the goblin. Another goblin, total of 3 now, steps out of the northern corridor with his crossbow and takes a shot at Sorrow. But Sorrow evades. Wintier,
Twin strike.
on the one engaged with Coltane.
Yeah, the quarry. First is an 18, hits for 6 damage. Second is a 22, 11 damage.
Both arrows strike true.
Then quarry damage of 3.
Wintier plants one arrow in the goblin's left eye socket, the other in the right. The goblin collapses, wrecked.
Rek takes a step forward, which now puts him in range to the nearest hobgoblin, and then he casts an astral seal on him. As they say, he prepares the battlefield, and he rolls a 26 versus reflex.
Wrecked outlines the goblin with a silver glow, painting the target. That ends round 2. On to round 3. One enemy is down. None of the Drogans are injured. This battle's going swimmingly. Sorrow.
No,
Don't
you've done it.
say that.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
done
we're
it. We are doomed.
so screwed.
Oh, look what's going on.
Game over. Run away.
We knew it. We knew it.
Sorrow
this
is, for some reason, rushing into melee. She can now see down the northern corridor a large bugbear. This is a goblinoid, probably standing about 7 feet tall and almost that wide.
Wait, that means he can't make it through the door.
I'm exaggerating. Also, that's not a door, that's just a passage. The door is on this side of the corridor.
Okay.